Hello and welcome back to another video with me, Meoni, for Final Fantasy XIV. This time we're looking at some housing fixtures and the new cafe walls. I would look at the large cafe walls if I had like 7 million gil right now to spare on those, so I'm going to save that for a different video when those come down in price. And I would look at the medium-sized cafe walls, but again, I don't actually have access to a medium-sized house. I only have access to our large for our FC and the small that I personally own. So today, unfortunately, I'm only looking at the small cafe walls, but we will look at the other differences in size and differences later on in other videos. So I do apologize for that, but again, you know, funds are limited and I've not been making a lot of gil lately because I've been slacking and leveling up combat jobs instead. So anyway, here we are in the mist, nice snowy mist right now. And as you can see, I've got myself the small cafe walls. I purchased this through the market board. I'm not ashamed to admit that. However, the recipe is fairly crazy. It's one of your your free company workshop crafts. And that's one of the reasons why I just decided to spend the gil on it, because other people have already got all of this stuff sorted. And it was relatively cheap after pricing up all of the individual stuff. At least it was on my server, Ragnarok. Anyway, so all of the stuff's on screen right now. As you can see, there's an absolute ton of items that are required. It's not as bad as the large one, or indeed the medium-sized plot. Obviously, the quantity of those items increases, and it is something that I would advise you get a few people together in your free company and work towards. That's what a free company workshop project is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a group effort, although there are lots of people who solo that sort of stuff as well. So, you know, it is how it is, and I will provide the economy more gil as I purchase from the people who are already crafting this stuff, which is obviously, you know, the more expensive way of doing it rather than gathering it. So the small cafe wall says, a set of 4 walls designed for those who wish to transform their estate into a cafe can only be used on cottages on small plots of land. So here we are in the mist, and this is my plot over here, right next to the market board, obviously, and the FC's up there. And yeah, we're going to swap this around. So I've currently got the forge on here, which is quite a nice housing thingy. But again, it's not like the craziest thing ever. I'm always limited by what we have in terms of like furniture space anyway. I've put that new boat in you know, over there. There's a few other bits I need to remove because they're going to glitch out otherwise, such as that, and the aetheryte needs to be moved down because no doubt that that's going to just float in midair if I don't move that. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but yes, right, let's go to our furnishing exterior, and now we just simply drag that in like this, and boom, now we have a small cafe walls. Awesome, look at this. Wow. Okay, this is let's go into G pose because you can zoom out a little bit further. Wow, look at that. That's actually quite impressive. I've only ever seen this in a couple of pictures, and especially like the classified images that Yoshi P shows sometimes on those live letter broadcasts. But this is actually quite stellar, isn't it? It's quite dark at the moment in game, as you can tell. But that's not a bad thing in the slightest. It shows how well lit up this is. Let's get out of G-pose and then have a bit of an exploration, you and me together. So we do have a gateway then, which has a knife and a fork with some, ivy growing up there. Very nice, very nice. And we also have these lovely stone walls, which presumably go all the way around. This fits really well, actually, into the mist. Really well. I like the look of this. So how has everything else fared in terms of my furniture? Actually, you know what? As much as the bridge has now like glitched through this, that's an easy fix and isn't as bad as I expected it to be. Interesting. Actually, if we get rid of the bridge, then it's going to be quite a nice waterside pond, isn't there? Nice, let's get rid of that. There we go. That'll do. So as you can see, we have the exterior. The door is just as big as it is on some of the other housing things. These doors are meant for giants, and as you can tell, it does affect some of the interior as well, which is naturally how it's going to be. Now we have this sort of wall instead of what we had with the cottage, but those doors are still just absolutely enormous, aren't they? Absolutely enormous. I don't know what kind of giant has to live here to make use of those. I could be just a very small Makote. That could be the reason, but I don't know. Maybe it was made for Rogadins. There is what appears to be, is this a menu? I'm not even going to try and understand how to read some of this stuff. And then probably like an allergen notice on the door there. I don't know. Looks like it says beware at the bottom. I really have no idea. So what food are we serving here then at this cafe? Oh, now that looks like spaghetti bolognese or something, or like like some kind of spaghetti, some like Italian food. Or is that Swiss roll in the center? I'm not really sure. Got some orange drinks here and some wine. Looking good, actually. Nice placement stuff. And this all comes obviously with the house itself in terms of the outer walls. You also get these lovely, like, I love the trellis, actually, let's call it that, with the ivy on it. That is really nice. And the lanterns all around, I'm a massive fan of that. I love the little planters as well. Let's quickly look at the back of this before we get into the nitty-gritty of what's inside. Yeah, quite a nice back space here, not too bad. Plenty of spaces to actually place things, and then you've got these lovely steps as well, even towards the rear of a property that you can walk up. It looks like they've got different meals on these tables. So we've got wine and, what is this, a steak and chips? Oh, that looks pretty good. And then what's this, some kind of like omelette or something? I'm not sure what's going on there. And then some eggy steak sausages, look, and I don't know, ham or something. I'm not really sure. Little bouquet of flowers in a vase there. Very nice. This has fared quite badly here, though. It has raised this platform into the air because of the steps. So maybe I'll have to do a bit of redesigning here, because there is some downward steps. It would be nice. Maybe I should get rid of the walkway here and the boat. And then over here on this table, on table 1, we've got what looks like an omelette of some description. Some very large sandwiches. Very large sandwiches. What is that? Bacon, lettuce, tomato, something like that. And then we got another steak and chips here with an egg. All in all, everyone's food looks really good. And I like the lighting here as well. Look at the lighting. That's nice. And it's it refracts off of your player as well. Very, very nice. And I believe you can sit on all of these chairs, no? Yes, you can. So not only is this getting past the limitation of, item placement by incorporating it into the actual house design itself, but you've also got interactable objects now. This is something that we didn't have previously with a lot of the house designs, especially some of the vanilla ones. But the fact that you can walk up to any of these chairs and sit on them is really, really going to be quite good, especially for RP, which is one of the main focuses of this, especially a cafe. I can imagine the medium-sized plots and the large-sized plots being just as interactable and probably even more seating. There's one thing I would like to do, though, if at all possible, is to see upstairs, because there is a bit of a balcony up there, and I want to know if I can just hop my way up there. So give me 2 seconds of terrible wall jumping, and I'll see if I can actually get to where I want to get to. But overall, so far, very impressed with this design. There we go. That was very easy, just from an object. So this is what the house looks like then. It's very impressive, isn't it? Even from a distance. I love the lights that are on here. In the day, this is going to look lovely. And the stone really fits that sort of mist setting as well. It could be used, obviously, in any of your housing areas, but I do like this. So we've got a little balcony up here. Oh, we can actually get on the balcony. There's no invisible walls. That's really lovely. I wonder if the others have the balcony as well. We'll have to look in the other videos, but this is really nice. Nice hangout spot. There's no, like, horrible invisible wall stopping me. Can we get on the roof as well? Oh, wow. This is probably one of the easiest roofs to walk on and to jump onto. I'm quite impressed by this. Is the Is the chimney... Does the chimney have an invisible wall? Nope. Wow. Okay. And then obviously we've got one up there. There's no way I'm making that jump. But yeah, this is... it's all about jumping around and exploring housing, okay? It's all very well to look at it, but if you can't jump on it and sit on the top of it, what's the point, you know? And a lot of people likely will want to sit here. So let's see if we can drop down gently here into this area. There we go. A little bit of a hop. Nice. I'm surprised, actually. There's a lot less invisible walls than I was expected to see. Yeah, this is the if it fits, it sits sort of situation, really. I'm really impressed. It's very, very pretty. As a cafe, as well as somewhere to hang out, this looks really good. It's well lit. There's lots of light sources all around the property, as you can see, on all edges. It's quite nice to have something that fills the gaps, because we only have a limited amount of slots for all of these houses. Even on a large, it's very tricky to you know, plan out a garden space. But with the addition of things like this that add items rather than impeding that limit, so we still have the limitation of, you know, 20 items here. I'm at 17. I have plenty of things that I can do to enhance this further, but at the same time they've taken up a lot of that space with really nice usable objects without impeding that limitation. So I can spruce this up, I can customize this how I wish, I can glitch things onto the balcony if I so wish to, which I most likely will do. This is actually gorgeous. It makes it so that even if you don't have that many housing items in your garden, perhaps you haven't collected many yet, or you don't know what to do, it populates it. It makes it look good, even from a distance for everybody else. You know, everyone else is going to go, oh, that's really nice, look at that. But really, in reality, it's only like a tree and a spa and a boat. That's all that's really here that's embellished that. So, yeah. 20 items to customize something that adds way more than 20 items worth of functionality. Like these baskets alone, individually, if you were to place something like this, it takes up a slot, one slot out of those 20 you would use usually. To have all of this baked in is such a good idea. I really hope that Square Enix follows on with this idea and does more housing designs like this for different purposes. I would love to see like a cocktail bar or like a club sort of setup with like balconies with ladders and stairs that you can walk on, with like more seating areas perhaps. I would love to see a Namazu themed house with like lots of extra features. There's the sky's the limit really. And for RP side of things, you could have all kinds of buildings, maybe like a factory building as well with like engineering and stuff. I mean, we've got the forge now, so yeah. But anyway, I think I'm going to tuck into... Why would I want baked potato and chips? Let's have a steak, egg and chips. That sounds nice. I'm going to tuck into some food. And I'm going to bid you farewell, because this was quite fun. I'm going to keep this one on the house. I didn't think I would be, but I certainly am now. Anyway, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let me know if you've got one of these cafe houses yet, if you plan to after watching this video. And I can't wait to look at the medium and large sizes, most likely the large size in the future, if I can rack up enough gil to actually go and get that, because I doubt I'm going to get people together to be able to craft it anytime soon. Anyway, much love. Let me know what you think, and stay tuned for more videos like this across the entirety of Endwalker and beyond. Much love, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.